Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Manosphere Highlights Daily. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that. Ciao. Ciao.
At your service, sir.
Enter the Manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
Can fat girls date hot guys? The answer is 100% unequivocally yes.
Date or get ran through and smashed by hot guys?
Because I landed one.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Today we're diving into the body positivity movement and how it's actually doing more harm than good, especially when it comes to that dating foolishness. Confidence is one thing, but delusion? That's a whole different story.
It's also
The
stupidity.
clip we're about to break down shows just how toxic this movement can get. Let's get into it.
Can fat girls date hot guys? The answer is 100% unequivocally yes. Because I landed.
It's like you know you're fat and somewhat unattractive. That's kind of why you're saying these things.
One. And I don't want you to feel like if you are fat that you are a fetish. Because you're just a person. You're a person just like a skinny girl is a person. You have personality, you have beauty, you have style, you have finesse. Just like a skinny girl does. So don't feel like anybody's out of your reach, because they're not. Like, I landed some hot model looking guy.
What?
I don't know how, because everybody, including my own mother, told me I would never get anybody less than a fat person. You know what she used to say to me? If you just lost like 100 pounds, you know, you're pretty now, but if you lost 100 pounds, you'd be a knockout. And then you could get a really good looking guy. And that's a horrible thing to tell people, because that ruined my self-esteem for a really long time, thinking I'd never be able to get anybody.
Your mom suggesting that maybe you should do something to attract better men or better looking men, I don't think is a problem.
So right off the bat, you see how quickly the narrative shifts. Her mother gives her some solid advice. If she loses 100 pounds, she might land a good-looking guy. Instead of taking it constructively, she spirals into, nobody will want me if I'm not skinny. And this right here is the problem. Extremes. For many women, it's either Chad or bust. There's no middle ground. This is why 80-90% of men
This is why I say the Chadrone
are invisible to women. Take a look at this graph.
We are taking a closer look at obesity and women's health. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, 1 in 3 women are impacted by obesity.
Jeez.
And the disease is
1
associated
in
with
3?
more than 200 different health conditions.
Here's the kicker. A huge portion of the women who overlook the average man are overweight or obese themselves. Over half of the women in the US fall into these categories. Meanwhile, how many men out here have six-packs? Not many. But you don't hear men demanding supermodels as a bare minimum.
It's not logic.
It isn't.
And she was 100% wrong, because I got literally like the hottest guy in the world, and I'm 100 pounds heavier than him, 150 pounds heavier than him.
Damn!
And he
You're like one whole person heavier than him.
loves me as I am. And it's not a fetish. It's
do you
because he
know?
loves who I am as a person. And you are worth it, and you are worthy, and you are beautiful, and you can hear my children crying. But you know what? You can land anybody you want to. Weight is not the issue here. It's people's mindsets and their heart. And that's what matters.
Red flag alert.
Now you've just witnessed how women keep women single.
Yep.
Tough love.
Stay
like
fat.
what her mother offered actually helps. But this woman, she's selling delusion, serving women that feel good Kool-Aid. This is like selling lottery tickets. Sure, one person wins, but the other millions, they lose. Except no one talks about the losers. Instead, they push the 1 in a million story and call it inspiration.
It's not logic.
Let's be real. If this woman didn't find a man she's proud to flex online, she'd probably be making a crying in the car video about
Yep.
rejection. Guys, we even have our first crying in the shower video now.
I don't know. I still feel like a loser though. It's like, cause when you like someone, you pedestalize them, you think that they're a lot cooler than they actually are. So I'm over here feeling like a loser. I'm not a loser, right guys? Right guys? I'm not a loser, right?
Women devastated because their unrealistic expectations got checked by reality.
You are deserving of love, you are worthy, you are enough, and you deserve love just as much as anybody else, regardless if you ever lose a pound or not. My heart is just hurting because so many of you are messaging me, telling me I'm fat and I can't find anybody.
Then lose some damn weight. If men aren't up to par, we have to become up to par. Why can't women do the same thing? Oh, right, because you guys are useless.
Maybe love yourself.
And lazy.
And all that other stuff falls into place. You know what I mean? Own your body, own your decisions, own your dreams, chase them, know what you want, be open to
We would love for you to chase your dreams. You might lose some pounds chasing it.
love. You don't need to be chasing men. Don't be chasing them, but make yourself open and available. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid because your body is beautiful regardless. And guess what? All of us have flaws with our bodies. All of us.
True.
Even the skinny fit people do. There's things they probably don't like about themselves.
That doesn't mean just because I have flaws, think I'm some gorgeous 10 even with my flaws.
Too. You know, my husband is like a super fit person and there's things he doesn't like about himself. And I'm like, what? This makes no sense. All of my skinny friends, there's things they hate about their bodies too. Let's just start owning our body. Walking around in confidence because that is what attracts people. Personality is what attracts people. And once you start loving yourself.
I don't think we don't ever really talk about it, but this obesity epidemic, especially with women, imagine most people that are quite obese don't live past 40 or 50. Are we going to have huge swaths of women dying because of obesity, and there's just going to be way more men than women because of that, or what?
Everything else will fall into place. I promise.
Can you make me feel good? Can you make me feel good?
And there it is. Textbook false hope. Her comment section is packed with women saying they can't find a man. Yet, here she is, doubling down on bad advice.
I'm 43 and I gave up. So many men have rejected because I'm not a slim person. Yup. Fat and over 40 equals invisible.
True.
Me too, also 43. Same, and I feel old already. And I'm not beautiful as many chubby girl are, unlike creator in here, she is so beautiful. Story of my life. I had one guy tell me I don't care if the woman wears a bag on the head as long as she is slim.
Oh,
The best thing
ruthless.
is to come to terms with being alone. I did. My husband rejected me because of my weight. To believe everything else is a fairy tale.
This is pure gold.
My husband rejected me? Was he really your husband? Or are you someone you wanted to be your husband?
Almost 50 and had to stop online dating because of the comments.
This is why the body positivity movement is so dangerous. It's not about self-respect or real improvement.
It's about
It's
delusion.
just feel-good Kool-Aid. These women preach love yourself while refusing to date men who look like them. They want Chad and not the overweight guy who matches their energy. But here's the hard truth. Being overweight isn't just about dating. It's about health, high blood pressure, diabetes, joint.
That's the biggest thing about me. Health is huge, and your eating habits, again, always translates down to the children.
Problems. These are real consequences. If you're serious about finding love, why not be serious about improving yourself first?
My heart hurts when I read comments like this, and I have gotten probably thousands of them on my most recent posts about my love story and how I'm a big girl and I got a really good looking guy. And my heart just breaks because I felt like you. I was you. I was you for a very long time. I have been overweight my entire life. I was told by family that I would never get a guy unless I lost weight.
Now, fellas, this is why we talk to you on this channel. Trying to reason with these women is like shouting into the void. Most men are not into overweight women. And guess what? You don't owe anyone an apology for that. Women have preferences all day long, but when men set standards, it's suddenly a problem. The reality is, most of these women won't land the man of their dreams. And instead of facing that reality, they turn to copium, feel-good Kool-Aid that leads nowhere. Don't fall for it.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.
No, like this overweightness, it's apparent in my family too. Like none of my cousins and their kids are really overweight. Oh, some of my cousins' kids are slightly overweight. My brother and sister are. My brother is not overweight anymore. He's a little big, but my sister is super overweight. Why? Because she gets to live life any way she wants, and everybody still caters to her. That's just how it is. My sister is probably twice my size, and I'm not trying to shame her or anything, but even our family was telling her, you should lose weight, you need to lose weight, like weight is bad, there's all of this, but it still doesn't reach a lot of these people, especially women nowadays, because they don't have to be skinny to get certain attentions. They don't have to be skinny to get a guy. They just won't get that handsome guy like that video is talking about, but they'll get a guy. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I can